Hi, my name's Nikki Harrison. I'm the director. This is Adam Paley. He's one of our lead writers.
My name is Danielle Sherritt. I am the co-producer and the assistant director.
So in this media product, we want to develop and challenge forms and conventions of our real media product.
Through this, we used narrative theory from Todorov, who came up with the idea of each story following a set pattern, which followed the pattern of equilibrium, disruption, realisation of disruption, restored order, and equilibrium being restored again. Throughout ours, we challenged this theory by having multiple disruptions throughout the plot, such as the test subject initially being taken away and tested on, by Elle being captured, by Davis being taken away. There's many points throughout that count as a equilibrium disruptor, and none of them are particularly resolved. As far as character conventions go, our characters conform to a few of Prop's character outlines in his theory. For instance, Smith is a very prototypical villain, the person who's working against our main protagonist. Davis functions entirely as a helper to Elle and is sacrificed eventually, however unknowingly for her cause, but does assist her in her research before this sacrifice takes place. And Elle's anonymous contact or employer would fit Prop's description of a dispatcher very well. Elle, however, would fit more into a description of a false villain as opposed to a false hero. The test subject is introduced as a false protagonist, however, he doesn't become evil as Prop's theory of a false hero would suggest, because he dies before his story has a chance to be anything other than just a feeder of data and an introductory plot device for the drug storyline to come in.
For the music and dialogue, fairly standard dialogue was used to clarify the plot. Multiple script drafts were written. We did 2 drafts and then combined the 2 to do the final one, which we thought would suit fine. Compared to a lot of other spy films of this particular genre, we didn't have time or the ability to recreate musical themes like many other ones have certain scores written for them, so we used royalty-free music instead.
Most of this would fit in with the conventions of regular media products. However, the recurrent musical themes, of course, would defy that.
We had a minimalist set of effects, most done in post-production. We had a minimal set of props, the most significant being the syringes and Elle's phone.
Elle's phone, of course, acting as another character, Elle's anonymous contact and employer.
This minimal amount of props allowed us to focus on the significance of these items instead of being overwhelmed by different objects. This allowed for the situation to be as real as it could be. This all linked in with the locations, conforming to an industry practice, and again to be consistent, we kept it simple and choose locations that would fit the narrative, and we stuck to them for the sake of consistency, and so we could focus more on them because if we had the same stuff, we could keep returning to it and use it. Such as the hospital room. We chose this location as it was essential to the narrative that we needed for the audience to feel like this organisation was working on the drug and access to proper facilities. At the hospital room, so medical treatments, the meeting room, the computer room, and the college corridors. They feel like it's like the audience. This is a big organisation. They are serious.
The combination of our main products and ancillary texts are definitely effective, varying from the other spy genre films. Our title logo, Falsehood, along with other branding immediately makes our film stand out from the colours and fonts used. We had used Jura font for the title, but I collaborated the idea of having the L stand out in the title to represent our false villain, L. Purple is also an effective colour to use throughout our promotional material and film production, as it represents the colour of the drug being used in the film. With colour being so important to our branding, it was vital that the lighting and colouring of our film were the same as that of our branding, so lots of clean, sterile colours and of course the purple of the drug. Also, when creating the poster, other films such as James Bond and Kill Bill helped create an effective poster to encourage an audience aged between 18 and 30. By looking at these various posters, it encouraged us as a team to only use one main photo on our poster. It is important to only use 1 or 2 photos for our poster, as we thought that too many photos would make it look too compacted and confusing, and this wouldn't create the same effective feeling. The consistent ambiguity of the protagonist is very well portrayed, linking to the false protagonist plot point, with the radio trailer not revealing any gender and providing sound clips of multiple characters so that the protagonist's identity or gender remains a mystery, and the poster not including any character faces beyond an unidentifiable close-up. The sound in our trailer would also create tension and leave the audience with questions and wanting to know the answers.
We understand that the asset, Davis, has been detained. This leaves us with no option but a more direct approach. This approach is high risk, and you undertake it, assuming the pre-disclosed hazards. We require you to access the internal mainframe and retrieve release dates and purge all data from the system. Are these instructions understood? Good luck, Agent.
Fox, security breach. It's over, Espion. You've always known how this would end, subject. We cannot risk a reoccurrence of security